Different types of governments. Direct democracy. Citizens have direct participation in decision-making. Example, ancient Athens. Representative democracy. Citizens elect officials to represent their interests. Example, United States. Parliamentary democracy. The executive branch derives its legitimacy from the legislature, parliament, and is accountable to it. Example, United Kingdom. Presidential democracy. The president is elected separately from the legislature. Example, Brazil. Constitutional democracy. A democratic government based on a legal framework. Example, Germany. Absolute monarchy. A monarch has absolute power over the state and government. Example, historical Louis XIV of France. Constitutional monarchy, a monarch acts as head of state within the parameters of a constitution. Example, Japan. Federal monarchy, a federation of states with a single monarch as the overall head. Example, United Arab Emirates. Hereditary monarchy, the crown is passed down through family lines. Example, United Kingdom. Elective monarchy, the monarch is elected rather than hereditary. Example, historical Holy Roman Empire. Parliamentary Republic, a republic with a parliamentary system. Example, India. Presidential Republic, a republic where the president is the head of state and government. Example, United States. Federal Republic, a federation of states with a republican form of government. Example, Germany. Constitutional Republic, a republic governed by a constitution. Example, France. Communism, a classless society with common ownership of the means of production. Example, historical Soviet Union. Democratic socialism combines political democracy with social ownership of significant sectors. Example, Bolivia. Revolutionary socialism, advocates for revolution as a means to overthrow capitalism and bring about socialist goals. Example, historical Cuba. Libertarian socialism, advocates for the abolition of the state and private ownership of the means of production. Example, historical anarchist Spain during the Spanish Civil War. Theocracy, a government controlled by religious leaders. Example, Iran. Aristocracy, power is held by the nobility. Example, historical Venice. Plutocracy, government by the wealthy. Example, historical late Roman Republic. Technocracy, the government or control of society by technical experts. Example, historical engineers government in Chile, 1930s. Stratocracy, military government where the state and the military are traditionally or constitutionally the same. Example, historical Sparta. Corporatocracy, a society or system that is governed or controlled by corporations. Example, no pure example but alleged in critiques of United States policies. Dictatorship, absolute authority in any sphere is vested in a dictator. Example, North Korea. Military junta, a government led by a committee of military leaders. Example, Myanmar, Burma. Despotism, power is concentrated in the hands of an individual or a small group. Example, historical, the reign of Ivan IV of Russia. Anarcho-Communism, a theory of anarchism which advocates the abolition of the state, private property, and capitalism in favor of common ownership of the means of production. Example, historical, Free Territory of Ukraine during the Russian Revolution. Anarcho-Syndicalism focuses on the labor movement as the method for workers in industrial society to gain control of an economy. Example, historical, Confederación Nacional del Trabajo, CNT in Spain. Anarcho-Capitalism, advocates the elimination of the state in favor of private property and free markets. Example, no real-world example, theoretical. Federalism, a system where power is divided between a central government and subunits. Example, United States. Unitary State, a state governed as a single entity where the central government is supreme. Example, France. Confederation, a union of sovereign states united for purposes of common action. Example, historical, the Confederate States of America. Tribalism, societies are divided into tribes or clans. Example, many African and Native American societies historically and presently. Colonialism, control by one power over a dependent area or people. Example, British Empire in India. Totalitarianism, the state holds total authority over society and seeks to control all aspects of public and private life. Example, Nazi Germany. Fascism, a far-right form of government characterized by dictatorial power, forcible suppression of opposition, and strong regimentation of society and the economy. Example, Italy under Mussolini. Authoritarianism, a form of government characterized by strong central power and limited political freedoms. Example, Russia under Putin. As we conclude our journey through the diverse landscape of governmental systems, it becomes evident that the way societies organize themselves politically is as multifaceted as humanity itself. From the autocratic rule of a solitary dictator to the collective decision-making of a democratic assembly, each system of governance carries with it both the imprint of historical circumstance and the aspirations of a people. We've seen that no single form of government is a panacea. Each has its strengths and vulnerabilities, successes and failures. This exploration underscores the importance of understanding these systems not as static entities, but as evolving structures that must adapt to the changing needs and values of their societies. As we stand at the crossroads of history and the future, it's clear that the quest for effective, equitable governance is ongoing, a challenge that calls for continuous reflection, innovation, and above all, an unwavering commitment to the dignity and rights of every individual. Let's carry forward the lessons learned and the questions raised, nurturing informed discussions and actions that shape the future of governance in our increasingly interconnected world. Like and subscribe.